Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another The Sports Scoop video. Today, we are looking at the day two steals. Second and third round just came to an end. Man, the NFL drafts, I guess now it's starting to now it's kind of over, I guess. Obviously it's not, but fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh round, people don't know as much about the draft. So it is slightly coming to an end. But today we're going to talk about some of the steals of that day two, second, and third round. Getting to number one, I think a big one was the Patriots trading up for Christian Barmore, the defensive tackle out of Alabama. This guy, I feel like, brings everything you need to a 3-4 front. My only question, I guess, with him going to New England is, can he play as that 4-3 front, as that pure nose tackle? Is definitely a question mark for me. But I think this guy brings all the tools a defensive tackle needs. Very good with the swim move, kind of a versatile player on that 3-4 front. And I think this guy really, at least for a day two pick, is just an absolute steal. We saw so many defensive players drop into the second round and even mid-second round that we didn't expect to see. So I think this pick was an absolute home run by the Patriots. And I think, again, they're just showing, how good they are in kind of the offseason as they continue to push on it and bolster this roster. Number two is going to be Trayvon Moehrig out of TCU. This guy's an absolute ball hawk. And we saw him fall to the Raiders, where at the Raiders at 17 would have been a better pick than Alex Leatherwood, obviously one of the more overrated draft selections. Trayvon Moehrig, again, ball hawk, 7 interceptions, 18 passes defending. This guy really brings everything you need as a safety. And I think this was an incredibly, value pick for this Raiders defense and secondary that's letting up. I think it was 28th most points per game in the league, which is too much. And for a team that's 8-8 and pushing to get a winning record and in a really hard division, with the Chargers now getting a lot of their pieces in the draft, I think Moehrig is just a steal and is someone who can pick off those bigger quarterbacks and has that sense that a lot of these safeties don't. And I believe he was the second safety taken. I think he may even be the third. He was the third. You're right. He was the third because Grant went to Atlanta. But this guy was an absolute steal. The next player I think was Sam Cosmi out of Texas. Just this lengthy 6'7", 300+ pound guy going to Washington with a team that could use this run mauling tackle, especially for Gibson and now for Fitzpatrick or we'll see kind of who their quarterback is going in. But I think this is just an incredible pick. I think it was a value pick. I believe they got him at 51, if I'm not wrong. I just think it was really, in terms of what Cosmi would bring to an offensive line that's decent but not okay. I feel like he just makes it a lot better as either a blindside or kind of that right tackle. I think he just fills a need in a pick that isn't really, a lot of pressure on the Washington to take someone like their first round pick where Jamin Davis was taken. And I think you get offense, you get defense, and they really got the two positions that they needed. Moving on now to kind of the third, I wrote this one down first and I was going in order, but I had to kind of pause, and it's Koramoah, who went at 52 to the Cleveland Browns. Let me just make sure that's right. He went at 52, I believe. 52, Cosmi at 51. So I was close. I mean, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, Mike, Will linebacker, I think is the best linebacker in this class. Incredible in coverage. And the Browns get him after missing him on some of their earlier picks. And it's just, to me, that was surreal for me seeing Koramoah fall that much. The Giants, my favorite team, passed up on him. I know Azeez was a great pick, and I'm not mad about that. But how the board fell for the Browns, I feel like this defense really going in to next year is just not fair and crazy. I think it was a really, really good pick. I think this was the steal of the draft. 150%. If you're looking at value at 52, a guy who's rumored to go 9 to the Broncos, even go like this guy was rumored to be a top 15, 20 pick, even arguably top 10, and he falls to 50. It just, you don't see it. And I think it was just such a value pick for this Browns team, and they get that linebacker that they are so desperately needing. Obviously, brought in Tracy Walker, so that defense is really well rounded. They brought in Greg Newsome. That defense is set for 2022. And then my next pick is Kellen Mond to the Vikings. This guy is going to be the sleeper of the draft. This guy is the most slept on pro-ready quarterback. 4 years at Texas A&M, a complete pass rating of over 100 in all 4 years. Consistent 3,000, 4,000 yard passer. Not a huge interception ratio. This guy has the arm talent, can run with the ball. The Dak Prescott comparison is what I've said so much. If you guys are watching the channel, I love Kellen Mond. This guy with, Justin Jefferson and Dalvin Cook and obviously that offensive line. They brought in Darisaw. I think if this guy can fill the shoes for Kirk Cousins, I think he just can do it so well. I just love this pick so much. If you guys know me, again, I just think he brings so much talent to a quarterback room that besides Drew Brees there isn't much there, and obviously there wouldn't be, just due to because he's a starter. And Drew Brees, and I'm not saying that, looking back at it, going into next year, Kellen Mond will be the starter. Obviously, that's not going to happen. It's going to be Kirk Cousins. But I think for someone who can step in and be that next, pick, I think this guy can just do it so well. And then my last value pick was the last pick of the third round, Baron Browning out of Ohio State. I just think this guy's explosive and a great tackler and really good at getting to the running back in open field and getting through gaps and getting off blockers. I just think it was a great pick, especially for this last round for the Broncos that obviously they missed on Koramoah. You get a Baron Browning player who's just a playmaker and a hard hitting tackler and just a leader on the field for Ohio State. Obviously the second linebacker to go. I think he's obviously the better linebacker than Myers, who went to the Saints earlier. I think this guy just has all the talent in the world, and I think it made so much sense for them to go get him here at 105. So I think it was just, again, a lot of these picks, as I said, they're steals. It's a value pick. You get the players that are falling that fit your system. And I think for Vic Fangio, 150% Baron Browning can execute that at that linebacker role. But if you guys did enjoy that video, do make sure to subscribe, like the video, and let us know who your day 2 steal was in the comments down below. Ton of more content coming for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. All the views, go check out our day 1 reactions, some of our other videos. We'll see you in the next video. Cian McDermott here. See you next time.